Today on WZRA TV, we are very glad to have with us DJ and producer and worldwide phenomenon, ACRAZE. How are you?
How are you? Good to have you, or good
Good,
to
good.
have me.
Yes, we're glad to be talking with you. So tell us, what are you up to now? What are you doing? Tell us what's new.
So right now I'm actually home, just working on music and stuff, for like, upcoming tours and stuff. I have like a huge tour coming up, have some shows. I haven't done like a club show in so long. So it's been a while. So I'm really excited about that. But just working on music and just trying to like, keep busy as far as like, for the, upcoming releases and like, stuff for the future. So just home relaxing now with family and just been home, just chilling.
Well, that's awesome. Well, tell us, do you like this type of lifestyle? Are you more of a go, go, go type of person, or do you like kind of like the home vibe? Like, what have you thought of this whole pandemic and everything like that?
I mean, it just all depends because like when I'm on the road, I like to be go go go, but then
Mhm.
like when I'm like at home, I just like to be chilling. I don't like to go out. I just like kind of just like I'm either work or I'm like, I like to be on the move, so it's
Yeah,
just like it depends on like what, like
exactly.
where I'm at or like what how I'm feeling that day.
Exactly.
So
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so tell us then, like, has the quarantine kind of been like a blessing in disguise for you then for your hit
oh yeah.
song? Like, has it been like that for you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I say that to everyone. Like if it wasn't for the pandemic, like
Uh-huh,
I wouldn't have
uh-huh.
made Do It To It.
That's
It would have
insane.
never
That
came.
concept,
Yeah.
and I don't want to think about that concept. So it is a blessing technically for you and for everyone who's listening to the song because it's like without it, I don't know, it kind of like gave a light to the quarantine, to be honest. That song, like,
The thing about quarantine for me was like it was a time for me that I didn't feel a lot of pressure, especially like being a
mm-hmm,
DJ. Like
mm-hmm.
there's a lot of competition in being like, the whole DJ or just the DJ scene in general. Like
Oh,
everyone's
sure.
the head top tier headliner, you know what I mean? Like and like it's hard to do that when you're on the road and I'm not like used to making music on the road. So like being at home, there was no pressure. I got to be experimental with music. I got to change my sound. So like Do It To It just came out one morning and that was it, like
That's awesome.
and
Now, do you
it was
believe, like,
born.
I don't know, like, what you believe in? Like, do you believe everything's kind of like fated in life? Do you believe that was like fated for you to, like, to go through this, the quarantine, for that to happen, your song to happen? Do you believe it was just like all meant for you?
Yeah, I mean, I believe everything happens for a reason,
Oh, you do?
like
Okay, cool.
the pandemic was something that was like, bad for a lot of people. And I'm
Hmm, hmm.
sorry to hear, whatever for anyone. But as far as like, I think of things as like not wins and losses, but blessings and lessons, like you learn
Hmm.
from like your losses, not, you can't just be like, all right, I lost that one. No, you have to like learn from
You
your
have to.
loss and like, what can you do better the next time to make it a blessing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us then more about Do It To It. Like, tell us about that song. Like, how did it, okay, you told us how it came about. Then how did you come up with the name, just all of it? Just tell us more about it.
It's funny that you brought up the name. I haven't talked about this actually. So the original demo was actually made in my room here on this bed. I just woke up one morning. I heard it on someone's like, I heard the original song by Cherish
Hmm.
on someone's Instagram. They were just jamming out to it, and I was like, man, this would sound cool. Like the bounce with it, drop with it part, like with some house drums, like it would sound nuts. So I did it, and like I sent it to my manager. He was like, yo, this is crazy. He was like, this is like super catchy. Like there's not a lot of house songs that are catchy.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I made it, we tested it out New Year's 2021 and it, just blew up like all over the internet. DJs were asking left and right for it. And then, coming up to the release, it was originally called Do It, Do It.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, it was called Do It, Do It. And I
Okay.
don't know why, but I was obsessed with that name. And I was just like, I really want this name. But then, like, we had to get Cherish on it. They wanted to keep the original name, which I was cool with.
Hmm, hmm.
Um, but I did like Do It, Do It. But then, like, I guess there was like someone who heard the song and registered their song as Do It, Do It. And they thought I was trying to steal their name and like all
Oh,
this stuff.
okay.
Forth. Like, it was a process.
Yeah.
But Do It To It featuring Cherish. That's the name now. So.
Crazy, crazy. Now, did you expect it for it to become this big? I mean, I'm sure you get this question like all the time. Like, did you just expect that? Like we said, it just like literally was like an overnight thing. It happened over time. Like, just all of that.
To be honest, I knew it was going to be big because
Okay.
like all these DJs were asking for it. Like DJs I've never, never in my DMs, like Martin Garrix, Zed, like all these other guys. Like
Insane.
I was cool with Snake, because he was asking for it, but he was one of the guys that was like, dude, this is a hit. Like you don't even know, but like DJ Snake is one of those
Definitely.
guys. Like he has hits. So if he's like, yo, this is crazy, like this is a hit, like
Like
I
trust him
I,
then.
I believed
Yeah.
him. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But going up to the release, like coming up to it, like the anticipation was crazy. And I was just like, this is something like me and my team have never seen before. And I feel like the scene didn't really have like this kind of song yet. And or for, at least for a long time, because there was Fisher and he put out Losing It, and that was like a phenomena record too. But then like this song was different because it was more vocally, like it just had a lot of vocals, and it was just catchy in that phrase. But it was just like there was a lot of anticipation, but I didn't know it was going to be this big. Like going on the radio, it's on like pop radio, top 40, like all over the world, and it's just like I never knew this was going to be this way.
It's
I thought it was just going to
insane.
be big in the DJ world. I thought I was just going to have like a DJ smash, but this is all over pop radio, and like I'm doing interviews with like radio stations. This is I don't do this, so it's like
It's
it's very
insane. And
crazy.
you're number 97 in the world, like most listened to artists. That's like the current
Yeah,
update. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's in the world. Like that's fine if you're like, locally, whatever. Like this is the world now. Like that's why I said you're a worldwide phenomenon. So the concept's just like, I'm sure overwhelming for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to see it and be like, okay, he's got to do it too. But like me being in the moment, like I'm like, dude, I'm like 97th most listened to artist in the world.
In the
If
world.
anyone who was in my shoes, they'd be freaking out,
Yeah, no. You know what I like even talking to you, you're like a very humble person. And I like your vibe, your energy, you're very chill. You're very like I like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
How would you describe your energy as a person? Like, tell us, I'm seeing what I see. Tell us about yourself. Like, what type of person are you? What type of energy do you have as a person? Like, your vibe. Who are you?
Well, I'm a very big listener. I like to listen. I'm very like I like to spectate. But I'm very cool. Like I'm not like, I'm not egotistic. I don't have an ego at all. I'm just like I'm a normal dude. Like, if people hang out with me, they're like, you would never know, like, I'm a DJ or producer. I don't sit here and brag about it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like I just like to be normal because I know there's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be not normal. So I'm just like, enjoying it now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well,
But
tell us.
I'm
Does it make you
I'm
nervous? Kind of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just an easygoing person, I'm just like
Mm.
very easy to communicate with. Like I like to make people feel comfortable when they sit in a chair with and talk to me, you know what I mean?
You're like
So
we said. I don't know if it's just your voice or whatever. You have a very like calming,
yeah.
uplifting. I'm like, I don't know. Like, do you like freak out if something like happens? Do you like freak out at all, or do you stay calm?
No, I'm a thinker. I like to think
Okay.
before I act.
That's cool though to have that energy, especially in this time frame of life that, to keep it calm, cool, and collected is very a good thing. Very good
For
thing.
sure, for sure, for sure.
Anyways, so tell us, do you like put pressure on yourself, like, okay, for your like next music coming up, like next hit? Are you kind of like competing with yourself to be like, oh my God, is it going to be as good? That pressure. Tell us about that. Like, how do you feel about that?
Man, yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I'm not
Mm-hmm,
going to say
mm-hmm.
there isn't, but this is something that like, that's not talked about enough, especially like in, the DJ
Mm-hmm.
producer world. There's a lot of pressure and it can really mess with your head, and it has. It's still like it's not something you can just run away from. You just gotta have fun, like I gotta look back sometimes and be like, if I was given this moment, it was for a reason,
Yeah.
so I just have to keep doing what I was doing, having fun, open my laptop, have a cup of coffee, and just be free and be creative. Because
Yeah.
like, if I may do a toot out of nowhere, I can just make another one. It's just
Right.
like, I don't know. I'm not like thinking too hard about the pressure, but it is there. And there's a
It is
lot
there.
of people watching, and, doing like radio shows all the time, and people saying if there's a lot of pressure, it reminds me a little bit. But then I'm like, I get back to the music and I'm just like, there are guys like, like Snake is one. I feel like he's a mentor to me, but
Mm.
he was like, there is a lot of pressure. I know how you feel. He was like, but you don't have to like top your biggest song, because in reality, like he was saying, like, I've never done that. 50 Cent didn't top In the Club. There was a lot of artists that haven't done that, but they put out good, consistent music. And
Yeah,
that's why
you're
they
right.
get so big. So that's what I'm aiming for. Just put out really amazing music that, I guess represents me, you
So
know?
like all of these DJs, it seems like DJ Snake is very cool.
Mm.
guy, like very humble person as well, what you're telling
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. He's
So he
really cool.
seems,
Very humble. Probably one of the humblest guys I've ever met.
oh wow, that's awesome to hear. I like hearing that. And then like also like Zed, like everyone else, like all the other DJs you work with, like what are they like
Zed
from
is
your
really
experience?
cool. Zed
He's
is
super
really
cool.
cool. He actually told me to come to his house on New Year's, but I was in bad shape after New Year's. I was
Hmm.
not feeling good.
What do you mean?
Drinking a
Not,
lot.
oh,
We were
drink.
drinking a
I
lot.
was like, what?
Yeah, I was just in
Okay.
bad shape. So I was like, I can't come over, man. I'm sorry. But he's a really cool guy too. Like, we always talk and he's just like, when the whole Zed edit came out with like Squid Games and
Hmm.
like he told me that he was gonna do that and during EDC Vegas and he played it like as his intro and then like I was like, bro, this is the most insane video I've ever seen in my whole life. The crowd reaction, the fireworks, everything. And then like, after, EDC, he was like, yo, come to my hotel room. And I got to hang out with him. He's a really cool guy. He's just like really chill. Like he's just really calm and collective. Like just as big as he is, I feel like he would be like more antsy, but he's just like, I feel like there's no pressure with him. Like,
Wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, he knows what he's doing. That's that's what I like to say about him.
That's cool. That's cool. So tell us. So you didn't tell us. Like, so do you have new stuff like in the works then? Like, what are
Yeah,
again?
I
Not to
have a
put the
lot of
pressure
stuff
on,
in there.
not to put the pressure on you. No, but what's just like coming, just so everybody knows like what's coming with you.
I think the next thing I might put out is going to be something that's more like original, not
Mm.
like so much
Hmm.
sample based.
Hmm.
Because like I did sample Cherish's old song, and I don't want to do that for the next one. I do have a lot of records like that I might put out for the culture, like maybe like the fourth or fifth record after Do It To It. But I think the next few records are just going to be like I'm going to try and like because I feel like I did a good job putting like EDM and like the radio pop world together. Like I didn't mean for it to happen, but it was a good way for like people to understand my side of the culture in EDM, and then like kind of just combining the both. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So I guess something just catchy and just more fun, because I think like I'm just aiming for like the fun, sexy, like like just enjoying, like groovy, like I don't know, I just that's what I'm going for. So I don't really have like a straight answer for this, because I'm just going to put out whatever I want. If it's good, I'm just going to put it out, but
Yeah.
that's just if that's the answer that I would choose, then yeah, it would be like something just more original. So
Okay. All right. I'm excited. I know, like we said, like you're a very vibey person. So whatever it is, I'm sure you will release will be amazing anyway. So like
yeah.
it's gonna be a vibe.
It's gonna be fun.
Of course, of course. And then tell us like about the whole like everything that you see like online, like TikTok, Instagram, everybody's doing the challenge to do it to it. Like tell us about that whole thing. Like have you seen like all the celebrities even dance to it? Like here Derek Huff did it, like Snooki did it, like there's so many people. Like you've seen all the like what is your thoughts on
Oh
that?
yeah, I see them all. I get
You've seen it
tagged them
all?
every day, so I just wake up. Man, I'm like, and the first thing I hear on my phone is bounce with it. I'm like, all right, it's too early for this. Gotta shut it off. But I've heard a lot of I've seen a lot of the TikToks. Like sometimes before I go to bed, I just like scroll through new ones and see like who's dancing to it. There's a lot of celebrities dancing to it, and it's cool because like sometimes I've seen them before, and it's like just like when my younger self, like I used to watch Jersey Shore, so I watched Snooki. Like she's cool. I mean, it was cool to see her dance to it. It's just cool in general to see like anyone dancing to it. I think the amount of people on TikTok, like, or even like I see videos of like people cooking using the song, like, and I've
Mhm.
just seen the most absurd like stuff using the song. So it's cool to see just like the audio being used. Like there's 3 million videos to the song, and that's just wild.
It
It's
is
so
cool.
crazy.
And like my perspective, and I think everybody's like we said, you actually don't like I was saying, you don't get sick of it. Like it's
No.
always something that you always want to listen to. Other songs you're just like, okay, like sick of it, like okay, next song. This is something like seriously, like you created, like that's why
Yeah.
it's a hit. That's why it's a hit. Like it's like a yeah.
I like TikTok. I honestly do, but there is a lot of negativity on there too. Like
Mm,
some people just be too much on there. So I don't
too
really go on
much, yeah.
TikTok too much. If I go on there, it's just a post and then I get off the app. But most of
There
the
you go.
time I like to just scroll through like, videos of the dance, but I don't like stay on TikTok because of my comment section, it gets a little crazy. So
Yeah, you're a little crazy. I can only imagine. How did the dance come about? Like the whole challenge. Like how did that come about? You came up with a song.
we
Where
we
did that
honestly
come from?
asked we asked some dancers to just do a dance to it and they crushed it. I mean, it's
Okay.
not the dance what it is now, but like there was a dance one person had, then another person made it, and then it just kind of just like simplified its way up to like the dance what it is now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like there was a lot of people just trying to do their own version, and there are still more people trying to make their own version to it. But there was just, we had a few people in mind that we wanted, to work on the dance, and they just executed it. They just did a really good job.
Are you dancing to it?
I have never done a video to the dance.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
why.
Would you?
I have a lot of drafts, but I look crazy doing this dance, so I'm just gonna just let people do it.
I wondered because I'm like, I've never seen him do the dance. Like I was like, okay,
I might
where's
do it
his
if I'm
video?
with if I'm like with someone big and they've done the dance before. I might
Okay.
do it with them just so like I don't know. It may be. I might do it with
I,
Cherish because I might see them soon, so I might do it with them and just
okay. All right. We're waiting for that because I'm like, where's like everything else is all good. I was like, we're waiting for that.
Yeah, I might do it with Cherish. That's actually a good idea. I might do that. So I might hit
Okay.
them up and be like, yeah, like we got to get this done.
All right. We're waiting for that. We're waiting for that. And
I'm
then
waiting
also,
too.
yes. And then also, tell us more about like EDC, like your dreams of that, like all of that. When did that start?
Like playing EDC?
No, just your dreams of it. Like I remember, like it was even like 2012. Like it was like the talk of the town. Everyone like they were giving away tickets. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, I want to go." That's my perspective. I remember that. Like what year were you really like invested to it? And like you're like, okay, I want to play. Like when did you start?
So I remember my first time going EDC was like 2015.
Okay.
And I saw like a few DJs and I was just blown away. I was like, this is nuts. Like, I've never been to a festival before. I knew I wanted to be a DJ, but I didn't know this was even a thing. Like,
Hmm.
the festivals, like I've never been to one. All my friends, my sister was a raver before I was. And she was like, yo, like you should come to Life in Color. I kind of dodged it. And then like, cause I was like big into like, I liked house music, but I liked rap music way more. But
Mm-hmm.
then as soon as I got to the festivals, like EDC, I was just blown away. I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my calling right here.
Yeah.
So, I went home and just, I don't know. I just started going to eat. I mean, I just started planning out festivals more, but obviously, trying to become a producer as well. And then, what's funny? Cause I just watched a video on my archives yesterday of like me talking about me playing my first EDC. And I was just like, it looked like I was about to cry. It was kind of funny.
That's not
But
a bad thing though. That's not bad though.
yeah, I was emotional. But looking back, because I just played EDC Orlando, and this is like my hometown. Like I played a 3 p.m. slot and on the main stage, and it was just absolutely packed out. It was just it. There hasn't been a time like that ever. Because most of the time, because I used to go early, and 3 p.m. never looked like that ever.
That's
So
wild.
yeah. And so like I remember when I played Due to it, just even like the intro, like people were already screaming, and it was just like that's how I knew like people were actually there to see me play that song. So it's cool. I mean,
That is
I
cool.
love EDC, and I got close to Pasquale, who owns EDC, or one of the owners, I believe, but he started it. And I had dinner with him and Zed in Orlando before EDC, and he's a really cool guy too. Um, yeah, he's just a really genuine guy. He likes what I'm doing, and I'm glad to have him, also supporting too.
Yeah. Well, here's more to come, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. So what's your like because you've done so much like and so quickly, what's your like biggest dream or what else would you like to accomplish? Because you've already done so much and they're all like dreams come true. So yeah, what else did you have in your mind that's your dreams?
Man, I've always wanted a hit song. That's already done. That's
Yeah,
out the window.
done.
But definitely to have another one
Mm-hmm.
soon, just to keep growing, win a Grammy. Um I mean, I'm working on a tour. I've never done a solo tour, but I'm working on that now, and it's just very surreal to know that I have all these shows lined up. So we're gonna be putting out a tour flyer soon. I mean, a lot of the things that I've actually like have been dreaming of are actually happening. Like we've worked towards this like really hard, me and my team. So I mean, it's just like, I'm just living in the dream now. It's not even a dream anymore. It's like living in it. So it's really cool.
What is it
It's really
actually like that you're living it? Like, how do you feel as a like? What's your perspective that you're living it? Like, what's that like
I,
for you? What? How do you actually feel?
man, I mean, it's a surreal feeling. It's so hard to explain. You know what I mean? Like it's like you wish for $1 million, but until you have it, it's like, what are you going to do with it? You know,
Yeah.
like, it's like, I can do anything, you know, it's like all these dreams are happening. It's like, I wanted this so bad. Now it's happening. Now you just got to do it. You just got to live it. You know,
Yep.
you
Yeah.
can't look back and, you know, think too much, but you just got to live it and just be it, you know, because this is what you wanted. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what we're, you know, what we're doing.
Does
So
does it feel like fake though? Like you're in a dream? Like it's
almost,
like, do you
yeah.
like, you have to be
Yeah.
like, okay, like what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah. Sometimes I gotta pinch myself.
Yeah.
My label manager, you know, he called me last night. He's like, "All right, are you still pinching yourself? You're number 97 in the world. What are you doing? Like, are you at home?" I'm like, dude, I'm roaming my room, just working on music, but life still feels normal. You know, it
Yeah.
just doesn't feel. I mean, it also like when I'm on the road and like I'm at shows, like that reminds me of like how crazy life is really getting because like I have a lot of fans now, which is cool. You know.
It is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's
People
awesome.
actually like know who I am. Like I go to like the last 2, 3 times I went to dinner, like I went to somewhere like the Sticks in Tampa.
Oh,
Like
you did? Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yeah, before Busch Gardens. It was like
Okay,
on the
yeah.
highway going towards Tampa. I pulled over to a 7-Eleven and you know, someone comes up to me at the 7-Eleven like, "Yo, you're not that guy." I'm like, "What guy?" He was like, "You're playing at Celine Fry. You're ACRAZE, right?" I was like, "Dude." And I'm leaving the bathroom. He's sitting out there just waiting for me. Like, holy
That's
crap.
wild.
And then I
That's
go out to
wild.
dinner and like people are asking me, like coming up to me, wanting to take pictures. So I mean, that's how I know like I'm actually growing as an
Well, yeah,
artist,
yeah.
you know. So it's cool to see the growth. You know, I'm not in it, like I said, for the ego. Like I love meeting new people and I love hearing their story of how they, you know, found me and listened to me. I think it's cool,
That's great.
you
What
know.
nationality are you, by the way? What art was your?
So my mom is from Honduras, so I'm Honduran, and my dad is
Oh,
German.
oh, wow.
My dad's side of the family is German, but Italian, more Italian though. So
Oh,
yeah, a
okay. Do you
little
speak any
mix.
other languages? Like any
I
other
understand
languages?
Spanish, but that's the only thing. But I can get by. I can't speak it.
Oh, you can't speak it.
No. I'm
Oh,
like I sound like a Guido if I do.
you
I'm just saying.
you got to learn something. Maybe you need to do a song like internationally too, like do something like a different.
Oh yeah, we're working on that.
Okay, because I was like,
Oh yeah.
international stuff
Yeah.
always wins. Okay.
Definitely gotta hit that market.
Okay. Yep. 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 That's awesome. That's awesome. Sorry. How did you come up with the name ACRAZE first off? Because your name is Charlie. Do you
Mhm.
find it weird? Like how does that come into play? Yeah. What do people actually call you?
It's just a cringy story. I hate saying this story. So in high school, my friend asked me to DJ his graduation party, and I was like, I'm not doing it because this is like before I was even thinking about being a DJ.
Okay.
So he was like, I need you to DJ my party. First of all, how am I going to do that? I have no equipment. How am I going to how am I going to do this? He's like, I need you to figure it out. Whether it's on your computer, you get a little program, you start clicking buttons, figure it out. I need you to do it for me. I was like, fine. So, you know, I go home and I'm like figuring out like this little program and like I was just like, all right, I'm going to absolutely this is going to be horrendous. So I get to the party, it's like 600 people in this warehouse, and like everyone's just jumping. It doesn't matter what song I was playing. I was playing a lot of the house stuff, like Show Tech, Hardwell, you know, old records. And like people were just going crazy. And just like I fell in love with the energy. And at the end, people were like rolling me in DJ or like caution tape, like,
What?
you know, the caution tape.
No way.
So then people were screaming DJ caution. And then like that was just a thing in high school or like out of high school
DJ
too.
Caution.
So then like when I like got serious about DJing, I'm like, this DJ caution thing is got to kick rocks, you know, just got to go, you know. So I was like, what is a synonym of caution? And the first thing that comes up is ACRAZE. And I was like, this is actually kind of cool. I don't even know anyone with this kind of name.
No, no.
So I
And I'm
stuck with
sure,
it
do people pronounce it wrong? Like
all
all
the
the time?
time. Yeah. But you know, I don't bash. I'm not sitting here like you're saying it wrong, dude. Like I don't do all that.
Yeah, no, no,
You
no.
know, like, you know, if
How have you
people
heard
are
them
saying
say
it,
it? Like
if they're saying that, I mean, it all sounds, you know, cohesive or it just sounds similar, like ACRAZE, a craze,
the
you
craze.
know. Yeah, I mean, it all sounds like the same, so I'm not like complaining about it. If they're saying the name, then that's good. Keep saying it,
Well,
you
yeah,
know.
it doesn't matter
That's
what
what
way
I'm
they
worried
say
about.
it. Exactly. Exactly. I'm surprised you're not DJ Caution though at this point. Like, and that's something like, that's like behind the scenes, like DJ Caution.
Yeah.
Shots at that.
I'm
DJ
just
Caution.
kidding. Oh.
Good. It's cold though. It's cold. I don't know. That just like made my whole the whole interview is like DJ Caution. That's like gold. I love that.
Oh my
You don't
gosh.
have any nicknames, do you? Like, so you're
Just
Charlie,
Charlie.
Char. No, I'm kidding, Char.
No, no. Yeah, I
Lee,
mean Char. I don't know, but
Char
like
Char.
Charlie is like my name that I usually go by. If
Okay,
you're
so
serious, if I'm like in trouble, then it's Charles.
oh, Charles. Is that what like your mom would say to you? Like Charles?
Nah, she would say Charlie.
Oh, she says Charlie. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like to here, like buy? Like any luxuries, anything? If you were to get yourself
I'm
something nice, what
I'm
would
a
you get?
big clothing guy right now.
Oh, clothes. What brands do you like or what do you
Louis Vuitton,
mm-hmm,
Prada,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Moschino I really like now. They're from Italy. Just a lot of designer brands because I'm working on a fashion line. I want to do like runway shit.
Oh, you should. Oh,
Yeah, so I
oh,
want to design
exciting.
like yeah, so I want to be like one of the first DJs to make like a fashion line, like one of those you see like with the Louis Vuitton people working on,
Well,
the New York
yeah,
City runways. That's something that I really want to do.
you should do that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. That's something that, a lot of people don't know, but I am working on that
Oh, would you want to model any of your stuff?
for sure.
Oh, you would? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I just got excited for that. I was like, that'd be so exciting.
I don't I just the internet thing is for me is like it's whack. I like meeting people. Like I always told myself if there was an era I could live in, it'd be like the before the cell phone era, like the internet age. Because
I agree with
whatever
that.
you saw is what you saw.
Yeah.
And that's what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I was just at a comedy show and this guy explained it so perfectly, but it was so true. Like, like back in the day, whoever you saw, like that was the only shot you got
Yeah.
because how could you ever find that person again?
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like I saw her downtown. She was at this club. She was talking to this bartender. She looked like they were friends. I'm going to go to their bar. You could go down the entire tree, but if you don't, that's the thing that I love.
Mm-hmm,
If
mm-hmm.
you got one shot, go do it.
Yeah.
That's why I like to take chances in life. But if that's one I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing I do like, or I always say at least if I could live in any era to be that era.
I agree
For
with that 110%.
you know, that's just me. I like to motivate people. That's just something I've always done, whether it's music or it's like relationships, meeting people, friends, anything. I'm always like trying to like build people.
Howie, you're
Because
kind
that's
of,
what I want to be. I want to be remembered as someone who was like he was like motivational. Like that's someone I want to be. You know what I mean?
that's very rare. Like I'm hearing this and I'm like, that's like rare. You don't hear, you don't hear people like that, to be honest. You're telling
No.
me this and I was like, that's very rare. You as a person, you should always be like that. That's probably your character. But I'm just saying, yeah, that's rare. You don't hear,
Yeah.
you
It's
really
very
don't
rare.
hear. Yeah.
That's
So that's a
it's so
very good
rare.
quality you have.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I don't meet many people like that, so it's good for me just to be like that to others, so that way, like, there could be, if I inspire them or motivate them, then there's another person like that. They're doing the same thing,
Yeah.
and it continues. But like my team and I are just like my manager Alex is like one of the most motivating like people that I've met. Like we always when we go and work out, we listen to motivational videos. I don't listen to music when I work out. So we send each other like motivational stuff. Like, that's the type of people we are, so
Oh,
like,
wow. That's
yeah,
awesome that you have a team though that is like you guys are the same. Like
yeah.
that is
Even my
amazing.
twin, I work with girls like, Rose is on my team. She's
Mhm.
from Orlando. And then Steph, my tour manager, she's from Vegas. And we're all very like, we're all very like communicative on like how, you're doing great. You crushed this tour. Congrats. Like, you're doing your thing. I see you growing. We love it. We love you. Just let's keep it going. So we always like, tell each other congrats on everything that we do.
Can you
Whether it's small successes or big.
can you please put some of that into the world for everybody?
I'm
Because like
trying.
we all need it. Like you said, like everyone needs that. Like you really should like I don't know if you'd become a motivational speaker on the side, like more, endeavors. But you should
I
really do
hope.
that because, you know, that needs to be done and you've got it in you. Like we said, that's amazing. So you really, really need to
Yeah.
pursue that, like more, like push it.
Yeah.
Cause yeah,
Just good energy. I mean, you
it
gotta,
is
you
good
gotta,
energy.
you gotta be
That's why,
friends with people like with good energy, you know?
well, the second you came onto this interview, I kind of like vibed you. Like I can read people pretty well. Like vibe you like right away. And I was like, okay, this is what I got from you. You're humble. You're a very calm person. You're all of those qualities. And now you're telling
Yeah.
me all of this as well, like motivational. So I see that, like I could spot it the second that I spoke with you. I'm like, okay, he's a good person.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a good house. My parents are good people. So, I mean, there's just a lot of, like you have to go through a lot of shit to be a good
Mm,
person, you know?
I get that.
That's what humbles you, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. What if people aren't kind of like you? How do you deal with people like that? Like we said, a lot of the negativity, things like that. What if they're not similar to your vibe, who you are as a person? How do you deal with that?
man, it would just depend on the setting that I'm in. Cause if like I've met people down like anywhere, it doesn't matter if I'm in another country and they're just mad disrespectful, I walk away. Yeah. Man, social media is just something else, like one thing that I've done in the past that I've learned that I've grew out of is like
Hmm.
I try to talk about what I'm doing too much on social media. But now that I have this life, it's like I don't have a private life, so I try to keep everything a lot of private. But like, like New Year's resolution, got to work out, just like stuff like that, working with a trainer for a few weeks now, just like, getting right before tour. And like I'm not on social media saying like I'm doing this, like I'd rather just if someone's like, "Yo, you look good," like, yeah, just working on myself. And then if they ask questions, then I, bring it up. But I like to keep everything like I want people to know that I'm working on myself rather than me having to tell them, because then they're like, they see growth without even like they see the silent growth, and that's what triggers people. They're like, "Wow, he's really working hard. Like he became this producer from this bedroom to international,
Right.
with not much talk, just massive work, And that's what I tell people, just work in silence, just work on you. You don't
Yeah.
owe anyone an explanation. You don't owe anyone anything.
No.
Like people ask me about my private life all the time. Like, I don't why? Like why, people are always saying this and that. Like the wrong thing. They don't even know who I am, but then saying like, I do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've never even done that. You don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
People just want to start stuff just to like, I don't know, man. This so.
Too much.
Oh man.
And like we said, you're so calm that doesn't stress you out, right? You just walk
Nah.
away. Don't. Not at
Thing
all.
is, at the end of the day, I know the truth. I know who I am as a person. I
Yeah.
know my value.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Now,
You
tell
know.
me, did it take you years to get like this, or it's like explain to me, like it's like your character, like you built yourself, you went through stuff. How did you get
Yeah.
to? That's what happened.
Yeah. You just gotta build yourself. I mean, before everyone starts off immature. Everyone has a way of growing, but you have to grow your mind. You have to train your mind
Yeah.
to be, what you want it to be. At the
But
end of the
those,
day, it's like
yeah,
people who are lazy, you're going to continue to be lazy if you
yeah,
don't get up out of that bed, right? Stop eating so much, go out, work on yourself. You know what I mean? Like your mental health is what really drives you as a person. Your brain is the strongest organ in your body
yeah,
because that's what makes you move. That's what you wake up every day, you go to sleep, and your brain's still moving. You know what I mean?
right?
Like yeah. The thing, another thing is I was just talking about this in another interview. They were like, you're so talented, this and that. I never had talent. I had a vision and I had discipline. So
Mm-hmm.
when I first started working on music, I had my parents or no one in my family is musically inclined at all. No one.
Oh, really?
So no one is. Like nobody, not ancestors from
And
I
down the
don't
line,
maybe someone from 1990, but that's it. Who maybe I don't even know. But at the end of the day, like I had a vision when I first became like, and I wanted to be a producer. I remember this story. I'll tell you the story. Like when I had one of my second shows ever as a DJ.
hmm
It was on a Sunday in downtown Orlando, and nobody came. No one came. It was like I played. I was supposed to play from 12 to 2. No one came. The only people that were in there were the bartenders. I swear to you, no one walked through that door the entire night. I don't know why. It was also a Sunday. It was raining too. That could have, had some effect on it.
Right.
But like none of my friends came, none of that. So it's like it really put me in a position where I was like really depressed for that moment until like the security guard came and was like, yo, if you want people to come to your shows, us, because you saw I was like kind of down packing my stuff. He was like, bro, if you want people to come to your shows, you got to make music. And I was just like, oh shit. All right. I'm going to go home and make music then. And for 2 years, I did not leave my room. I gave up fun. I saw people partying, clubs, people were popping bottles. And that's like what I wanted to do. Like I wanted just to have fun. I was like 20 years old. I was about to turn 21. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I stayed at home, disciplined. Even when I had a job, I used to do landscaping, right? So when I was like cutting lawns and stuff, I was listening to tutorials like how to make music in my ear.
Really?
Throughout,
From like
throughout
back then?
from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. until I got home. I would work, I would listen to tutorials in my head. And then when I got home, I would like whatever I heard, like on the video, I would
Yeah.
like remember, like I would see it on the screen of what they were talking about. And then I would like try to like recreate it until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, and then go to work the next day at 7 a.m. You
That's
know?
wow. That is dedication.
Yeah.
That's
And
like,
I,
so that's what like success is technically. Like you're really dedicated.
yeah. But then talent grew on that, that
Hmm.
then you
Hmm.
become, they say you need like 10,000 hours to be an expert at something, right? I mean, that's the general aspect, or
Hmm.
at
Hmm.
least good at something.
Right.
I'm way past that now because I've been grinding for so
I
long,
was gonna say,
like,
you're like, you did your, yeah.
yeah. But I guess like for anyone watching this, like you got to put the time in, man.
Hmm. Hmm.
You got to cut out. You got to sacrifice. That's the biggest thing I always say. You want to be successful, you got to sacrifice.
Gotta
That's
sacrifice.
it. You got to
Yeah.
sacrifice fun. You got to sacrifice everything you have. If you really put your mind to something, you can achieve it.
Well,
I
do you,
always said I wanted a hit song. I always said that.
hmm,
Now I'm here.
now you're
Now
there.
it's time to make more.
Yeah. Well, do you
So
think after putting in the hard hours and doing all of that and the dedication, do you think then you have to go chase after it? Like here, say someone has to move to LA to go make their dreams come true. Do you have to go make those moves as well? Or do you think
no,
it'll
no.
come to if it's the hard work put in? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, there's it just depends where you're from. If you're from Wyoming in the sticks, and there's no one around you, obviously you got to move,
Right.
because at the end of the day, in this industry, there's 60 being networking and 40 being music. You should be networking more than you make music.
Yeah.
You should always be talking because, is it shouldn't be like this, but sometimes it's not about who or what it's about who you know.
I agree with
And
that. That's
that's
true.
that's in a lot of things, any career. You know what I mean? I see people getting careers because they know people. It's not because of what they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So um yeah. I mean, it doesn't really depend because I'm from Orlando, right?
Hmm.
Or I'm not really from Orlando. I'm in St. Cloud. It's like right out of Kissimmee. But like I've been here all my life and now I'm a traveling touring DJ, so it's like you could do this from anywhere.
You can.
As long
Yeah.
as you have the resources and you work for those resources, like then you can achieve these things. You got to be dedicated. At the end of the day, if you want to get equipment, you got to work for it. Get a job, work, and then just keep, just be dedicated to it. That's it's not hard.
Yeah. How,
But that
oh,
comes back to having a mentality of that. Like you got to
right.
train your mind to be that way,
Right. Oh,
you
you didn't
know.
tell us also, I wanted to ask you about like your lifestyle. Like, what do you do in Orlando?
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm in like a small town, St. Cloud. But I say Orlando because everyone knows Orlando. If I
Oh
say St.
yeah.
Cloud, they're gonna be like, "What? St. Cloud Charlie, like the movie?" And like, whatever. I don't know. But it's I mean, I like Orlando. I'm never there. Like I said, I'm just here. I'm probably gonna move to Miami this year though. That's one thing I want to do.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to get
that's
out of here.
you. Okay, when you say that, why do you say that?
I want something new, you
Something new.
know?
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I feel like I'm in a good place in my life and I just want to, want to move, and just do different things.
Yeah, Miami's
Just
like.
start a different life and just see different things.
I agree with that. Miami's the place to be, though.
Yeah, I mean it'll be cool for me because I'll be doing a lot of international shows and there's an international airport. So instead of me flying from Orlando to a connecting flight to wherever I'm going,
Yes.
I can fly straight from Miami to wherever I'm going.
Yeah. Oh, I think
You
I was
know,
gonna ask you too. Well, because you said Busch Gardens. Yeah. Do you go to like Disney ever? Like, do you ever?
I haven't
When
been to
you do,
Disney in a while.
you haven't. That you're right there,
Mm.
like Universal, any of that stuff, any
I
shopping.
wouldn't mind going, but I'm just not a big I'm not a big theme park person anymore. I used to be, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
But if it's like if I'm in the mood for it, I'll go. But I'm not going. I'm not going to be like, let's go here tomorrow. You know, I don't do that.
You don't do that. Okay. Like, yeah, shopping. Where you usually do your shopping.
Man, I have a shopping addiction now. But I like to shop for clothes. I mean, just anywhere. You know, whether I'm on the road. Um,
I was gonna say when you travel though, there's good shopping. Like if you go anywhere, yeah.
yeah, I like LA. LA has really good stores. I mean, there's a
Mhm,
lot of stores,
mhm.
stores I've never heard of. Just a lot of clothing that I really like.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like to shop. I mean, I'm doing a European tour soon, so I get to like actually do. I want to like I've always wanted to go shopping over there, doing like shopping like streetwear stuff or like
Ooh.
just stuff like that. Yeah,
Have you ever been to our neck of the woods, Greece? Have you ever been to Greece?
never been.
Never
I'm
been.
going though.
Oh, you are like for sure you're going?
Yep.
When are you going? Tell us because we have Greek
Can't
people.
say.
Like, oh,
Can't
you can't
say.
say. Oh, but you can say you're going.
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, okay. We
Yeah,
gotta.
I'm excited.
You should be excited. That's our people. Our people.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wait. I gotta prepare you before you go. You gotta tell them Kalimera means good morning. I want to hear you speak Greek.
Calimera.
Kalimera.
Calimera.
Kalimera means good morning, and then good afternoon.
I know nani means sleep, right?
Nani. Net. Yeah. Net. Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
There's a few other things I know, but I forget.
Oh no way. You know stuff. What else do you know?
I don't remember. Memory shot.
Oh no. Well, don't forget the Greek food.
Yo, I can never forget about the Greek food. Honestly, the Greek food is so good.
Don't
So
forget the
good.
Greek food. What do you like? Do you like gyro, octopus, calamari? What do you eat? Did you ever have like yamista, the peppers, the stuffed peppers?
What
Yummy.
is the name of that rice that you guys put with the feta
Spanakorizo,
cheese? No,
spanakorizo,
no,
rice with feta.
it looks like rice, but it's like I don't know how to explain it. I forget the name of it. This used to be my favorite thing to eat, but it
Oh,
was
you
just
gotta
like
tell me. I'm curious. Wait,
it's
are
like
you
an
sure it's not?
it's like a pasta. It's like a
Oh, orzo. Oh, we put
orzo,
kritaraki. It's called kritaraki.
orzo,
Orzo,
orzo.
yeah, with the red salt, like the sauce.
There was no sauce on this one.
Oh, it was just plain, like white with feta.
With butter and feta. It was
Oh, okay, yeah, we like that
crazy.
too.
Yeah, I can eat that forever, forever.
Wow. Do you like to go out like in nature at all? Like do you kind of like
Oh yeah,
Zen?
oh
Do you
yeah.
meditate? Do you do any of that stuff kind of
I do a
like
lot of meditating. Yeah,
oh you
in the morning.
do?
Yeah, in the morning. Yeah.
Do you listen to any like meditation music frequencies?
Oh yeah,
Oh you
yeah.
do?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. I
What do you
really
listen
do.
oh you do? I love that. I listen to it
Just
every
like
morning too.
very
That's what
soft piano, like very soft nature. Like just very like soothing music. There's
yeah.
no words. It's just like a soothing, just soothing music. Like it just got very soft, and usually I fall asleep to that, or I like try to do it like when I'm outside. Like whether like if I read a book or something. Like if I'm like tanning, something. Something just to calm my mind, so I can like clear my thoughts, or just like think about good things and not always negative stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
cool. Okay, so some of my thoughts on you were right. Like I'm like, he looks like he meditates. No, you said you did. You do.
yeah, my manager got me
So,
into meditating actually, because he's a big meditator too.
oh, which
Yeah,
one? Like, I'm trying to see. Like, did I?
Alex, my
Alex.
main
Okay.
manager, Alex. Yeah,
Okay.
and like he's big into stretching now too, which I started doing recently. Stretching in the morning is probably a
Oh,
great thing for you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do you do any of the stuff like do you detox, eat healthy, do any of that
I
stuff?
try to eat as healthy as I can. Like I'm not like a person who eats fast food. I don't eat fast food,
Oh, you don't.
but I like a good meal. But I also like to like it's all moderation.
Uh-huh.
I like to I like to work out. I like to like exercise. But I also like to eat really good food. One thing that you if you hang out with me for a month, you'll notice how much food like I really talk about.
Or you
I
talk about or you eat?
I don't like to eat too much food because then I get too much in my head about eating too much food. But like in the morning, I'll have like a yogurt, some fruit. But
Oh,
dinner's where I go crazy. You know,
what do you have for dinner? What's on the menu?
tonight I don't know, but like I like a really good steak. If
Oh,
I'll
a
go out and eat
steak.
crazy steak or like
Oh,
like some crazy dishes. Like I'm always, whenever I'm in a new city, what's the number one restaurant? That's what I'm going to. Doesn't matter the price, I'm going to it. I'm having an
wow.
experience. That's how I am now.
What's your favorite food? Or is steak your favorite food? Sorry. Like, what's your favorite food? Or like, do you like Italian food? Do you like Thai food? Do you like what do you like?
If I was to choose one food to eat for the rest of my life, it would be Italian food.
It would be Italian. Like, okay, what do you like?
Yeah,
Do you like pasta? Do you like,
pasta. Yeah, love pasta.
yes, yes.
But I also just like good. I mean, I just like a lot of the seasonings in Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
Because the seasoning is big. Like Indian food has a certain type of seasoning they always
Yeah.
use, or like, they have like a specific seasoning. Like seasonings is what like I really like,
Ah,
you
so a
know.
lot of flavor. Do you eat sushi at all? I'm trying to see if you're a sushi person, are you?
I eat that too much.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
So like overload on sushi.
Yeah. Big tuna guy. I love tuna, salmon. Uh, but yeah, I'm just a big tuna guy.
Oh,
Sam,
wow.
I mean, just sushi in general. I just love
So,
sushi.
okay, I'm switching the subject. No, sorry. Going back to the steak. So do you have like a barbecue? Do you do your own steak if you do that? If you don't go out, like you're at home and you're going to make a home cooked meal, like do you
I know
barbecue
how to cook.
steak?
I know how to cook if that's what you're asking, but I don't like to cook. But if I like, it just depends like where I'm at. Like if I'm at a family home, like I don't mind cooking, but like I like going to experience food. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was in Saudi Arabia, like you were not getting Uber Eats. Sorry.
You know.
We're going to all the best spots they have and we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat like kings. And we're gonna
Wow.
enjoy that experience because it's a one-time thing. Like you
Oh
can't just,
yeah.
like I remember I'm like I said, I'm afraid of heights, super afraid of heights. But I heard the best place to eat in Saudi Arabia was called the Globe, and it's 3,000 feet in the air,
Oh no. Well, no, you can't
right?
get the
So the
best.
globe sits on like it's a big globe, and with a skinny pillar that holds it from the top. So you could see the bottom, like you can look over the edge while you're eating and
Oh
see
my
all the way to the
God.
ground.
That's wild.
Yeah, I couldn't
Wait,
eat comfortably, but the food was just phenomenal,
wait,
phenomenal.
you didn't go,
It did go.
but you're afraid of what are you telling me then?
You just like that's how much like I really love food. Like I'll do
Oh,
anything for food.
weren't you panicking up there?
I was. You
Then
can ask
how'd
my
you
photographer.
eat?
If he was on this call right now, he would tell you how much I was paying. I could
Then
not.
wait a minute, wait a minute. Then you're not afraid of heights if you went up there. I
That,
mean,
but
no, I
that's
know
the
you are,
thing.
but I'm like, that's
Sometimes, like I turn my chair. Like
that is
they have the
crazy.
chairs. They have the chairs like towards the ledge. I turn my seat around like this. So I was sitting, my back was turned, and I'm just like looking at the cooks and
No
stuff.
way. But you're still up there.
Yeah, I was up there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's wow.
I'm
So it
all
was
for the
worth it though.
experience.
It was worth it though. Sorry, you said it was.
Yeah.
Wow. What'd you have?
Oh man, I think I ordered so much food. I don't know, but what really stuck out was their French onion soup.
Oh
Like I
wow.
love French onion soup. It's
The
really good.
soup didn't just like fall over, like being in the air like that. It just didn't like tip over.
No, surprisingly, it didn't. No, but
You
that
made
we
it.
had like some fish. We had some wagyu steak. It was just it was really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you said you like pasta Italian food. Have you been to Italy and eaten the food there?
No, but I'm going this year, so gonna eat
Oh
a lot
my
of food there.
gosh. Oh my
That's why
gosh.
I'm getting skinny now. Like I'm not. I'm actually really in fit, but like if once I go in Europe, I have to maintain that because I know I'm just gonna lose it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I
You're
go to
not,
Greece, I know I'm going to eat
I was
way
gonna
too much
say, get
orzo. Yeah. I go to
ready.
Italy, I'm going to eat way too much. I gotta know discipline before I go over there. But I enjoyed this talk. This was a good talk. I like this talk. Yes. Thank you for having me though.
Absolutely. Thank you for being on our
Appreciate you.
show.
Yo, it's ACRAZE, and you're watching WZRA TV.